went to help a perfectly capable horsewoman with a young thoroughbred that she really just actually was kind of doing stuff with, but just was not able to have the connection that she wanted. I think it's that kind of feeling that you want more out of your relationship with your horse. You don't want to just kind of cope with them and the way they are.
So yeah, when she lets her go, she just runs off. She really shows that she definitely has a little bit of separation anxiety. I can see why she might be hard to handle at times, and she tows me off, but that kind of worked out okay in the end. But it's not something that you want to deal with every day, so it's something that's better to get sorted. Considering that this mare was so tense and didn't want to be away from her paddock mates, I decided that the best idea with her was to go ahead and work her in the paddock that she felt comfortable in with a friend, so that she was less likely to jump out and maybe injure herself or something like that. At the beginning of the session, I asked her to come with me. Now, she initially looked at me and responded, which was really nice, but that was just a fleeting thing. So after her initial kind of positive response, she wasn't really sure about what I wanted. So now here I'm very much not asking her to run away from me. I'm putting that little bit of pressure on her so that she understands that she needs to be looking for something else. It takes a little while for them to work it out, but they do make the connection, and then they start to understand that when you put that little bit of kind of uncomfortableness on them, it's not asking them to go or asking them for anything other than to be thinking a bit more about what they're doing so that they can get it right. For me, it's not about the exercises themselves, like whether she can follow me or whether she can go out and go around me. It's about doing enough things with them that they begin to understand that you are actually communicating with them and that they can start to understand you. So they have a little bit of freedom in that. They have to test the theory a few times to be able to work out that they are understanding you, but once they start to really get that feeling that you are saying things that they can comprehend, they can start to make some bold decisions. They have a natural inquisitiveness and a natural desire to be with you, and it's just a matter of connecting it with them so that they realize that they can understand what you want. Getting them used to the rope. I like acceptance over desensitization, so that's what I'm working on. I asked them to bring their head around to me. There's a lot of things that they can understand that we don't really realize they can, that are pretty simple to help them. I'm looking for my horse to be trying to figure out what I want. So bring your head and move your bum. I just want them to try for me. And I want them to feel confident that they can understand me. I use free work and rope work. I see a rope as an extension of your communication. Sometimes I'll use a rope like this to help her find that moment of connection. That's what I'm looking for with her. It helps her to find that moment of connection with me, which is really pretty much all I'm about. We brought her back into the tape arena. She seems a little bit happier to be in there now. She's a lot more responsive and a lot softer, listening to suggestions, understanding. It's just a horse. This is what I'm looking for, is this, a nice, happy, relaxed horse that feels confident to listen to what I ask. I ask her to go out that way, and she's questioning me, but responding. I don't want a reactive horse where I can kind of shove them out. I want a horse that's responding nicely. I do a little bit of energy work, so raising my energy to get a little bit of trot so that they can understand, basically going faster and going slower, but within energy. So that helps, obviously, when you're riding. You've got a horse that's more responsive to moving forward and moving kind of up a gear, basically. And here again, I want a horse that's responding to me. So I'm asking her to come in, and she is. There we go. Considering where this horse came from and where it headed, I feel like quite a lot of progress was made. It was not super easy, but the main thing for me is that I can communicate this to the people that are working with the horse so that they can go on to have a really good connection with their horse themselves. Although I do the initial stages of work often, the whole idea is to get it so that the people can have a similar experience with their own horse and have a platform to move forward on. If I have a session with someone, I like to give them some exercises and things to work on afterwards. I'm really happy for people to call me or email me, send me their videos, because that for me is part of the process. Most people find that they just add that tiny bit of emphasis on connection, it can make a big change in all of the things they do with their horse.